Yeah, second half started. And at the moment, the scores of the Blues 5-4-34. I've got a slight lead over the Roosters. They're 4-8-32 here on the map. There's an opportunity already. Looks like Baker, always classy with his foot use, trying to find the hands of Phillips. He couldn't quite mark it. Running past that one was Hoppett. And the ball's tracking around towards the boundary line. It's a good tackle. And Griffin, late, get his hands on it. Still a chance. There's one of the best players in the competition, launching the ball forward and a good defensive mark. Take it by Peacock. So close game here, 2 points the difference. Yeah, 50-metre penalty here for Peacock. I didn't quite see what that one was for. Yeah, so Peacock, the man who's the floppy hair, I think he's played a milestone game today. He's kicked a half forward. It's not a bad option. Golding playing today with the long sleeves on. Now he just hoiks it to half forward to around about 15 metres out. Great defensive punch down by Williams. DOSA with the ball slung in the tackle. And it might be a free kick here. Yes, it is. So relieving pressure here at Richmond. A great day for footy. Ball's worked in. Finds Adams. Adams quickly plays on it. It's now starting to open up. Hoppett now. Delivers the ball to the forward 50. Nice kick. Cragg. Needs to turn around, Cragg. Find one of his teammates. He does that. He puts it to around about 20 metres. It's not too bad. Was that a mark? No, it wasn't. Tackle laid by Cornish. Now it just squirts out through the middle of the ground. And DOSA have a little bit of run. There's a good kick, an intelligent kick. I think that might be Mansa. He chips forward. Dangerous looking kick. Nearly marked over the top of the back of the pack. He goes and lays a tackle. Coming through was Boxall. He couldn't quite get it. Tracking back onto the one was Sharp. Pushing down to the ground. Tackle laid. Can't quite get it. His left hand was pinged. One off worth from Adam Daft. And he holds it up. So throw up here. It's just coming there, Bailey. One of the better players for the Richmond side. And now it should be just defensively worked out here. It might have been Dunn. Dunn moves about. Finds Adams. Just in front of some fans over there on a coolish day. Ground in great condition here at Richmond. Always is. Wonderful looking ground. Now's an opportunity for Griffin. Griffin's kick into the forward 50. Just stayed low. Chance for DOSA now as a swinging shot on goal. It should be cut off here. Just needs to bounce the right way. Bounce every direction bar the Richmond defender. He can. Handballs it in front of himself. And that is holding the football. Unlucky young man. And the free kick given away as Parker was just trying to get the ball moving forward. He got tackled, was chased down very well. And it's going to be a chance here for Clark. Right forward pocket. Absolutely no breeze to speak of. He's now just being moved to a more acute angle. Yeah, so at the moment on Duff TV, you're going to see Clark squirt out of the right forward pocket and come back into vision as he's having a shot on goal. And this is an opportunity to be the first score and to put DOSA back in front. Two of the teams we think are going to be playing out at the end of the season. Very deliberate. Wonderful job. Clark gets one. And the Roosters, 5-8. They've got a lead here. Early stages of the second half. Is it going to come through? Or? Yeah, okay. So the lead here, 4-point lead to the Roosters, 5-8 to 5-4. So a little inaccurate. It's been a pretty good and tight and tough second half here. It's lurking in the pack is Polanski. He'll have to do a lot of ruck work today. He's coming from a little bit deep, gets his right hand to it. The Roosters now, and that ball's just released to the forward 50. Running on Hutchison. Now has a bit of space. He runs away from Briggs, who was the man who kicked that last goal. Apologies there. It was Briggs who kicked the goal for the DOSA Roosters. It's now half back. It's going to be another 50-metre penalty to DOSA. So the ball wasn't passed back correctly. So That's disappointing from Richmond, just losing a little bit of control. And last time I saw DOSA play, they gave away a few 50-metre penalties as well up at the TCA ground. This occasion they're benefiting from a couple, so you see a couple of interchange now as Froz comes onto the ground. So driving low kick. Might have been a push out there. It's okay. Run out by Anderton. Calling for holding the footy. Yes. So it is holding the footy. And it's going to go into the hands of Woolley. Woolley now releases it. Duff now. Defensive half. He's looking for an option. He holds up. He did have a lead from Hutchinson. He ignored it. Now he goes short again. Looks like Bailey. Bailey's going to go short. Just building here at the moment. Into the hands. Clark. Clark with the long sleeves. Lines one up. A driving long kick to a good contest there. Two players going hard and fast for it. One was Goodston. And it's gone over the boundary line. There might have been a whistle there. No. It's all okay. And out of bounds. Half forward. Slightly attacking side for Richmond. So a big throw in for the umpire. Reaching over the top was Polanski. He couldn't quite get his hands on it. Running past was Briggs. And the free kick going the way of DOSA, I should say the way of Richmond. So just in front of the change rooms. Not a great kick. Duff just gets knocked off the ball. Knocked off well by Mansa. Goes in again and tries to win the footy. Just on the edge of that pack is Bailey. He now drags his opponent down to the ground. Bit of a push and shove. Mansa not overly happy with what was happening there. And just maybe just shows a little bit of affection for his opponent. And the umpire, I think he's pulled out a free kick here. I'm just seeing, or is it maybe a little bit of a blood rule? Just waiting to see. He's going to have a chat to him here. So let's see what might be happening. I think there might be a card coming out. Yep, he's going to have a little break here. So there's a little cheap shot, I think, in there. So Richmond are one down at the moment. It's unfortunate for them, as Bernie has gone to the bench. So there's a replacement now, as Dick comes onto the ground. So Bernie having a little bit of a break. Just going to sit down there for a little while and just recover from what was a little bit sloppy. So we're just waiting for the players to reset themselves. The umpire launches the ball. Polanski over the top. He can't win it. Watts is trying to do it. Reece Watts, who played a terrific game a few weeks ago. The rugby man, former rugby development officer many years ago. Played for uni. Now it's snuck into the hands of Midson. Good all-round athlete, Midson. Richmond with the numbers in the back half, so they should better release this one and just hold the ball. They're really good, generally really good at bringing the ball back through the middle, and just missed the hands of Daft. It missed it so far, it went onto the front of one of the utes over there. So Dose with an opportunity to try and maybe get another goal here. Looks like a deliberate shot. He's not that confident. Looking like a 15-year-old on his first date. He's thinking, do I open the door for her? Do I buy the first Coke? That's a dangerous kick. Probably a little bit too close, and there's a great defensive mark taken by Anderton. So Anderton now just directing traffic. He's going to just have to go across the face of goal because there's no other options. Briggs was out this far side. That's a good kick. Might be Bailey there. I'm just trying to get a pick of his number. He goes short. He finds Hutchinson. He's had a bit of the ball in this quarter. Hutchinson now also goes short. He finds Cragg. Cragg now, as they work the ball with a lot of patience, do the Richmond boys. They still haven't got it side outside defensive 50, and they actually had 4 kicks. Now they do. They're on the far side, just away from us here in the commentary position. And some run. They've just got to try and be precise here. That's moved into the hands of Adams. Turns it around. They've switched play now. This is good football. Nice build-up. Boxall. Half forward. Now he drives to the left forward pocket. It's good contest down there. Just winning the out of the back was Hoppett. Hoppett runs around. He releases a handball. Chance now for a shot on goal. I think that is Clark. Just to the left-hand side and through for a minor score. So 5-5 to 5-8. Richmond have had about 4 inside 50s and 1 decent shot on goal, and that was probably their best chance. Kick is good. Just missing that one was Wilson, I think. Just needed to get his hands on it a little bit quicker. A lot of long sleeves in this team for Richmond. Polanski, he was dragged to the ground. Running past it was Cook. Reece Watts trying to pick it up. Bailey, always a good user, lifted his eyes and found a teammate. Nice work from Bailey. Bailey finds Boxall, I should say, finds Cornish. Cornish's kick was very good. Now to the middle, that's a terrific bit of vision. And it's found Clark. His counterpart, Briggs, had a shot at goal at the other end of the ground, and now he's going to have an opportunity around about 45 metres out to put Richmond back in front. So Clark now for Richmond. 3 points down. Midway through this third quarter here in the Old Scholars. Now the umpire's doing a lot of work to his right, and he's going to tap his left chest, an indicator behind. Disappointing kick from Clark in the end. So 5'6", 36. 5'8", 38 here at Richmond Oval. Now DOSA. Wilson, deep in the pocket. Manning the mark. The Richmond defenders tries to prevent him. That's well, it was an okay option. It just kind of went over the top. It needed to be a little bit more careful there with his kick. Running through was Cornish. He got tackled. Clever. Worked in the hands of Adams. Was it play on because it didn't go 15 metres. Laying the tackle there was Froz. And that's a hold up here. As I reckon Adams is a little bit sore. He copped a decent whack. He was in front position. Unfortunately, it didn't go 15 metres. So Cornish in the ruck. He's up against Watts. He can't win it. Is that a push in the back? Well, he's laying prostate on the ground. He still didn't get the free kick though, Adams. DOSA with a couple of extra numbers is behind. Still Richmond trying to track the ball forward. It's moved down here towards Adams. Adams just launches the ball towards the forward entry, and the only person there was a DOSA defender. And a disappointing entry there. Now it's worked out towards Golding. Golding now. Not a bad kick. He finds Peacock. Peacock off half back. Hang on. We got another. So DOSA in the back half. Here's a dangerous kick. Tends to be it's Golding, I think. Lead by Sharp. Ignores him. He's going to go longer now. He's going to try and go towards McGuinness. He's got the front position. He did a good job there, McGuinness. Got in front of Polanski. Quickly turns. Looks for an option. He runs really close to Hoppet. Was that just a tug of the arm? Looked like just a little tug on Mansa. The umpire didn't see it. Now it's worked out to Midson. Midson kicks it high. It's going to the left-hand side. And it should be tracked back. Yeah, just getting his hands on it there. I think that was Cook. Through from behind. Yeah, that's one just over the boundary line, right in front of the Duff Map TV commentary position. It's getting off his knees as Wilson. Bit of grass burn. Lush grass here at Richmond. Looks magnificent. Those into their backyard lawns. This is in a great nick. It's a flat throw from the umpire. Watts just got his hand over the back. Just dragged off that one. Looked like a nearly Hopper could have got a free kick then. Now it's worked out. It's going over Baker. It's going to ground. It might have been Salter or Mansa. Now it's into Sharp. Sharp's handball's good. He finds Parker. Parker just keeps the ball in. But it's all Richmond at the back as that went over the top of Midson. And it's into Dunn. Dunn now has a bounce. It is lush. You wouldn't want to bounce it too much here. I imagine the ground's pretty hard, but I'd imagine that quickly, though, is running around's Cook. Another on the long sleeve brigade. And that's gone over the boundary line. So, at the moment, a slender lead, or it could be a tender lead, a slender lead here to the visitors. The DOSA Roosters, who had a big win last week. Richmond coming off a loss, but they're much, much happier at their home ground out here at Richmond. There's a thump from behind by Cornish, who's part-time running in the ruck. Looks like Adams' left shoulder was just grabbed. Now there's a good mark. Now this could be released back on this far other side because Hutchinson had a bit of space. No, they're going to have to go back to where it came from. So Richmond in defence. Short kick. It's not too bad. It finds Cook. Cook looks for options as now DOSA just slowing things down a little bit as they've moved pretty much every player bar 2 past halfway. So it's looking like an AFL ground as Reece Watts just destroys 2 opposition players and flattens them. The handball's not quite to Salter. Tries to go back in again. Couldn't quite pick it up. That's a high tackle. I would have thought that Adams went in with a little bit too much then, but it's won out by Wiley for the Blues. Wiley delivers the ball forward. Now, there's no one in front. It's tracking back is Wilson for DOSA. Cleverly done by Wilson. Just got the ball in the air. Just gone through Craig. He had an opportunity. Craig goes back again. Could have been a push in the back. It's one onto Dick. Dick tries to screw it around and find some space. And there's a quick shot on goal. And Richmond have got their first here in the third quarter. It was definitely needed in the end. We'll just try and get an idea who number 15 is. Was the man number 15. He's had a little bit of the ball too. There's Cornish going up. He got the ball moving forward. That's not the best inside 50 from Richmond. It still might win out Adams, who's had a lot. Adams swings onto his right boot. Adam, I think, has snuck it in. He has. They get a couple of goals here in 40 seconds of footy. And Adams has got Richmond a little slender lead here midway through the third quarter. There we are. Look at the big blue up there. He's muscular, isn't he? Fantastic. 7-6, 5-9. So all the attack early was DOSA. They got a couple of goals.
Blue Tech Supplies right next to us. Give him
That's our new sponsor is Watts tries to win that one. DOSA was this thrown off it was Boxall. Bailey just lurking on the edge of the pack waiting for the ball. The umpire said holding the footy. So it's Cornish now. He gets on his left boot. Not the best kick is going back is Briggs. I think it's Briggs there. In fact, it might be Wilson. Now the lead on came out. It's going to have to climb here, Mansa. He didn't quite get high enough out. It's come out to Cook. Cook just taps the ball further forward. Is that a push? No, it's not. Going to have to be quick, Mansa. Mansa didn't get rid of it. Even not illegally anyway. And a free kick going to be taken here by Hutchinson. In fact, free kick for Wiley now. Scrubby looking kick from Wiley. Oh. Getting some superb support here from the fans here at Richmond Oval.
Isn't it? That's what we're going to call it.
It's a great game of footy here in the Old Scholars. The map's been out to a couple of games already. We saw Sorrell Brighton earlier. Polanski with a wobbly pasty towards goal. I think it's touched. In fact, it might not have gone through. And now it's out of bounds. In fact, it's actually gone through for behind. So rush behind to the Richmond Blues. And they're probably having all the attack at the moment. Is Adam Duff trying to get back onto the ground at the moment. He's just struggling to try and get that interchange. It's not as easy in local footy because players want to stay on the ground. DOSA with the football half back. Climbing up his Mansa. Couldn't quite mark the ball. Just running past that was Baker. Richmond with a scrubby kick forward. It's not a bad option. Just reaching up was Parker for DOSA. Kicks towards goal. Adams just wants to keep it in. He can't quite. Has he kept it in? No, he hasn't. It's gone through behind. And relieving breath from Griffin. Griffin quickly plays on. Not bad by Griffin. Kicked the ball out high. Good attacking work there. And the ball finds the boundary line for a little break. Is Duff finally getting on the ground now? Watts is just in front of us. He's perspiring. He's trying to desperately get off. And the man now coming on is Midson. So throw in. Wanted by Parker. It's gone over the top of Cook. Coming through with Midson, who just came onto the ground. Gets a releasing handball. Now that's okay. He didn't actually take possession as a one-on-one. And getting front position. Nice work by Anderton. Anderton goes to ground. Richmond have a few numbers. One of those is Cook. He's had plenty of the ball here. Cook's kick is fantastic. Falls into the hands of Dick. Dick turns. Finds another player up further field. Nice build up here from Richmond. They just need to keep moving on. They've got Polanski in the middle of the ground all by himself. They're going to find Daft instead. Defensive punch by Wilson from DOSA. And now DOSA away. It's ping-ponging back between either team's half-forward lines at the moment. Is DOSA now. That's not a bad option. Just getting into the hands now of Sharp. Sharp just pops the ball over the top. He's going to have to get it back here again, Sharp. He might have to handle it again to Parker. Parker runs to around about 55 metres. Directs the ball to the middle. Richmond players are everywhere. I'm not sure the collective nouns for the Blues. It's one now Metzen was running past. Metzen just needed to get a couple of more paces on that one, and they were a chance there, DOSA. They haven't scored a goal for some time. Now it's gone on to Phillips. Phillips's kick is a little wobbly, and it's gone out of bounds in front of Dick. Both teams are doing a great job at the moment of getting through their interchanges. There's been quite a few changes as half forward here. Tackle laid. Another tackle late. Did not have the football. I think Salter probably gave away a free kick then. The umpire just kept his whistle very much in his mouth. There's a great bark. Wiley needed to jump high and he couldn't. Tremendous defensive mark. And here is the switch. It's out towards Wilson. Has one bounce. He probably just needs someone to come towards the football. And that's what he did. His kick was just unfortunately over the top of, I think, Westall. Westall had a good lead then. He's running towards the football. It's Daff cleaning up with some clever hands. Daff moves the ball on, finds Boxall deep in the fence for Richmond. He clears the ball to the far side of the ground. It finds Cook. He's at around about 15 touches, I reckon, in this quarter. Cook, his kick is dangerous. Chance now for DOSA. Is that Fisher, I think? Clever kick. Very clever kick. I don't know how he had vision for that. Unfortunately, Westall couldn't mark it. He goes to the knees. Richmond with a couple of numbers now. Daff just onto his left. Clever to Bailey. And Bailey, we imagine, will hold it up. He's got two players on the 45. He ends the end, it goes short. And that's exactly they did. They had Cragg, Daft. Daft goes with a slight longer option. Tries to find Dick. And now here goes Cragg again. Cragg goes short. He fights Cornish. Cornish. He's been playing in the ruck and also kind of through the middle of the ground. Just over the top. Polanski now leans a long way down. He's got to come like the giraffe version of it. Picked up by Clark. Clark to try and have his second shot. And his second goal for the quarter opportunity, and he misses it. And a tight third quarter of football. It's 11 points difference, 7-8 to 5-9. A ripping brand of old scholars footy is some of the Richmond players absolutely knackered, as are the DOSA players, to give an example of how frenetic this game is. It's a lead here at three-quarter time to the home side, the Blues, by 11 points here on the map. Yeah. Last quarter here as Polanski climbs high. Adams, looks like he was just scragged then. He's going to get a free kick. So plenty of ball, Luke. Now that's a wobbly pasty. Just might actually somehow work though. Finds Palmer.
Polonowski, you idiot.
Polonowski, is it? Not Polonowski. The painter. Defensive punch taken by Peacock. So the ball in the right forward pocket is Richmond going to the right-hand side here at Richmond Oval. Adams there, a little shovel, just waiting for the umpire to get the ball. Adams at the moment, he's got Gerdison on him. It's gone in the hands of Hoppett. It's gone high into the air. He's got to hold his position. Yeah, great job. Great mark taken by Woolley. Woolley now, he's around attacking side of centre wing, right in front of our commentary position on the back of the ute. He decides to go short, not a bad option. Finds the hands of Baker, always a good user of the ball, Baker. A lot of years here at Richmond. And that's an interesting kick. He didn't really help out. Phillips put a little bit too high, and DOSA now will clear the ball. That mark's dropped, unfortunately. Running away. And DOSA now with an opportunity to drive it forward. It's gone out towards Parker. Parker now goes down to boundary line. It's not a bad kick. Looks like Fisher. Fisher now centre wing for DOSA. DOSA down at the moment by 11 points. 11 points is only, but he's turned it over, and that's disappointing. Baker, the scrabbly kick by Daft, not good enough. Didn't quite work out for him. Beattie now for DOSA. He has the ball, and it's gone over the boundary line in front of Beattie, and also Clark for the Blues. So Richmond kicking the last two goals of the third quarter, which has given them 11-point lead, but expect DOSA to fight their way back. Both teams are fighting out with the University and the Ships probably to be the 2 best or the 4 best sides of the competition. Good tackle laid on Clark. And the umpire, as said, holding the footy. Now Clark grabbed it, probably a little unlucky, but anyway, it's Chamberlain. He kicks the ball wide, finds Peacock. Peacock has plenty of times. He can actually stop. And that's a good kick. Good now. Jack's just chipping it. Has to be spot on, or that was going to be turned over in a hurry now. Just looking at what DOSA have further afield. They're going to have to bring to his commentary side of the ground. And here it comes. A high kick. Punch by Adams. Now, there was a little hold there. Yeah, free kick. So it did look like just a little hold off the ball. So free kick for McGuinness. Kicks it to half forward. Not a bad option. Just sometimes you want that to be a little deeper. It's one out by Westall. Westall goes across away from our position here. DOSA now trying to make an attack. They've got to be spot on with the kicks. Hischer handballs it off. Should be picked up by Bernie. Now, Bailey. That's a brilliant kick from Bailey. Phillips has some run. Runs to 45. Drives on towards goal. Richmond. They get the first to the last. A massive goal. High fives, Adams. That was a nice goal. And I think he might be a chance. The Furphy play of the day.
That's what we got so far. Is that number 1? What number?
So there's Bailey running off the ground. So that was Phillips running goal, driving it home from 45 and dribbling it through as he gets a drink of water from the young lad there. Deserve a drink of water. He's been good all day, Adams. I should say Phillips. And we're back in the middle of the ground. Sun's still shining. Cruising through was Boxall. Driving forward again. Richmond now have a little bit of a lead. Beattie. Beattie goes short. Not a great kick. Picked up by Daft.
That's the second time this quarter.
The reigning best and fairest of the competition, Daft. Goes short. Richmond now trying to launch it. Trying to work their way towards goal without Alice Gilmore. Is still out. Injured with that lung. Now another chance for Richmond. At the moment, Richmond, 8-8-56.
Last 4 goals.
And they've certainly been dominating the last sort of 15 minutes, the last 10 minutes of that third quarter. Looks like Baker now. Baker decides to go short. It's cheeky. It's good. It's very good.
It's called awkward but effective.
And Hoppert has a chance. I don't think Hoppert kicks many goals.
Sturzica, according to our co-commentator.
Sturzica, not Hoppert. No, okay, fair enough. So Sturzica now, number 22, runs towards goal. And that is straight over the cap of the umpire. So Sturzica gets one. We've been calling him Hoppert. Unfortunately, didn't have a chance to get the right team sheet as we came into the ground. And Richmond have kicked the last 5 goals of this match. And you just feel that this game is completely Richmond's at the moment unless DOSA can really turn it around. I'll need to turn it around in the middle of the ground. In the ruck. Try and get that ball. People like Briggs might have to start. Wilson as well. And I've got Manson out. So it's a very, very handy lead in what's been a tight, contested and very entertaining game of football.